Hi my sewing lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Johanna. If this is your first time clicking in, thank you so much. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Today on the channel, I'll be showing you how to draft this beautiful mermaid skirt, and I'll be drafting it directly on the fabric, so we don't need patterns. Yay! So if it's something you like to learn, please keep on watching and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let's get to it. For the measurement, I'll be needing just 5 measurements you see on the screen. And now what we need for this drafting is your calculator, a tape measure, your chalk because we're going to be drafting directly on the fabric scissors, pins and fabric of your choice. Because this is going to be a bridesmaid dress, I'm going to be using a Milano satin, which is also called a stretch satin. Yeah, so I'll be folding my fabric in half, and the width will be the width of my mermaid skirt. So the width of my mermaid skirt will be 16 inch. So it depends on how flowy or how wide you want your mermaid skirt to be at the bottom. So that is how much you're going to fold it. So I want mine to be about 16. It just depends on the occasion. So I would be drawing a line at the top of my fabric, leaving about 1 inch before the line for your seam allowance. Don't forget, guys. So that line will be my waistline. Then from the waistline, I would mark 8 inches, that is waist to hip, which is 8 inches. So make sure you take the measurement of yourself or that of your client or whoever you're making the outfit for or the dress for or the skirt for to get a perfect fit. Then I'll draw that line with a straight ruler. Perfect. Now we can see this line clearly. So from the waistline, I would mark my waist to knee. So when measuring this on your client, make sure you measure on the top of their knee, or on yourself. Make sure you measure on top of their knee, so that they are able to walk freely. So mine is 19 to 21 is perfect. It just depends on how tall you are. So we have the waist, hip and knee. So on the waist, I would be calculating waist divided by 4, that is 28 divided by 4, 7. Then I would mark 1 inch for the dart. Then I would add 1.5 inches for my seam allowance. Make sure you add enough for your seam allowance. Then for the hip, I would mark 8.5, that is divided by 4. Then I would mark 1.5 for my seam allowance. Then I'll take my straight ruler and I'll connect from the waist to the hip. But make sure you don't connect it directly to the hip line, just leave a bit. Then you take your curve ruler and try to make a nice curve so that it doesn't look sharp on the hip. Perfect. Next, you would measure that hip line. So mine was 10.3 inches. Then on the knee line, you would deduct about 1, 2, 3, just depends on how fitted you want it to be. So I marked 8.5 inches because I really want this mermaid skirt to be very fitted on my client. And because this fabric is stretchy, so yes, it does the work. When it's fitted, it looks very nice and snug on them. So now we have our princess skirt drafted already. Next, I would be adding seam allowance of 1.5 centimeter, or you can add 1 inch on the top of your skirt. Then you use your ruler to draw that. Now for the length, you can do whatever length you want, but the length of my skirt will be 44 inches. So from 19 inches I went down to 44 because 19 inches was my waist to knee. Then I I placed my tape on 19, then I marked 44. So 44 is my full length. Then the width of your mermaid skirt, it depends on the occasion. For the bridesmaid, I just wanted it to be 15 inches. But if you're making for a bride that wants, vavavoom, that wants top of the town, you can do up to 30 inches. But if you're just doing just for a regular Sunday outfit or just for an event, you can even do 10 inches. So I'll be doing 15 inches, and also I added 1 inch for seam allowance. Then I'll connect that with a curve. Just watch what I'm doing on the screen. Then when I drew that curve, from that curve I drew a straight line down to that 1 inch seam allowance to give that mermaid effect. Perfect. Now from the full length, I would go 1 inch up and mark. Nice. Then I will draw a curve. I like doing this for my mermaid skirt. It just looks very nice. There's no reason. Yep. So it's time to cut. So to draft the back pattern, it's very easy. Just fold your fabric and place the front and add your zipper allowance. Guys, that is very easy. Just add your zipper allowance. My zipper allowance will be 1 inch or 3 centimeters. I like using centimeters for my seam allowance. Yeah. So I'll draw my zipper allowance down to the length of my skirt. So I decided to also add a train of 4 inches to the back of the skirt, just to give that nice mermaid flowy effect at the back. It's so nice when you give the train at the back. Then I connected it to the front so that when you're sewing, everything would match. It's important that your pattern pieces or your pieces matches at the end of the day. So if you want, you can make the back of your pattern bigger than the front, especially on the hips area. So you can make the back pattern bigger. You can add half an inch because of the butt, just to accommodate the butt. But this is a stretch satin, the stretch fabric. It can accommodate the back of the body. So I think this is fine by me. And guys, this is so easy. You can do it in 20 minutes or even less. So if you want to learn how to sew it, I have a video on how to perfectly sew a mermaid skirt on my channel. I'll put it in the description box if you want to learn how to. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys' support. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for the like, the comment. I see your comment. Thank you so much. The support. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Bye from me.